So, alright. Also, guys, okay, once again, I'll start by saying Happy New Week. So, this is actually gonna be a weekly forecast. Although I have a trade running, but I just have to give you guys the reason why I took the trade and what I saw that made me take the trade. So, on my screen right now, we have Usoil, and let's go to this other chart so we can see things clearly. Alright, so as of last week, I said I was expecting to see this guy get to this point, US oil gets to this point here, and to fill up this gap, which we did. Although I was anticipating to see this guy do this, come to this, fill up this gap here, and sell off to this point, fill up this gap, then we target this other gap. All right, but then at the close of last week, I actually saw that this market is trying to give us an inverse head and shoulder. So I actually had to tell them to close, and that was why on the other charts you can see I closed around at this point. So right now let me just show you guys a quick one, the inverse head and shoulder. So we have this, we have this. Well, what am I drawing? Okay, so we have this, we have this head, the neck like this, and boom, we are actually anticipating to see this guy happen like this, right? So this is what I saw how price was struggling to break past this point here. I said, okay, at this point I guess it's high time we close so we don't get beaten. So if you look at it from the 30 minutes time frame, you can see we filled up this guy completely, and price kept stalling here. So I actually want to see price right now do this for us, sweep out this liquidity here, fill up this gap before we go down to fill up this other gap here. Now, this is one thing about not getting married to a particular bias, because it helps you become fluid where you actually can just do things. So if you look at it on this particular chart, I'm targeting this particular gap here, this, let me call it an imbalance here. So that's what I'm actually anticipating, because we have liquidity resting around this area like this, which I want to see price take out. We have liquidity resting around this area like this, which I want to see price take out, and we have liquidity here, which I want to see price take out. So all these zones like this, the whole of this zone rather, I actually want to see price take out liquidity before we continue selling. But then if price change, hence we trade price action basically. So if price should change, we're actually gonna still change our bias. So if at any point, currently we're almost running 1:2, although I had two pending orders. I had a pending order here and I had a pending order here, but I had to take this trade here so I don't get left out or left behind. So currently we are running almost 1:2. This is 1:2. I've not moved my stop loss to break even yet, and this particular order here did not activate, so we just have one trade running. I mean, it's Monday, we shouldn't be risking so much because it's just the start of the week. So for me, on US oil, I'm anticipating more buys. Now I feel like at this point, when we get to this point here to fill up this imbalance here, Trump might say he's going to have a peace deal. He's going to sign a peace deal with Iran, most likely. And when he does that, the tension will reduce. And once the tension reduces, the market is going to just surge down and once it does, fill up this gap here, this other gap we were anticipating around this region here, this zone here, right? Once we fill up this guy here, after price has taken off this one, I feel like that's when Trump is gonna say things like something like, uh, "Good morning, America. We're going to attack Iran," and boom, that's when the tension will increase back. Now, overall bias, in my opinion, I'm speaking futuristically, right? I am expecting to see U.S. oil surge to around $300 in coming future. Now, this is not. I'm not saying this is going to happen this week, because currently we have the markets trading around $81 and 73 cents thereabouts. So in my opinion, we're just gonna still buy to this point, and once we buy to this point here, I'm very sure now we've taken out liquidity here. We'll swept our liquidity here completely. We'll swept our liquidity here completely. Now the next point liquidity pool would be around here, which I'm anticipating. So let's look at it on the daily time frame. Let's see what pattern the market is actually trying to print out. So if you look at it also, this is pretty much what the market is actually doing. It took out this high at around $115, came back down here, surged, just boom, swept out liquidity to fill up this guy here, came back up here, left us with this. So we currently did this here. I'm expecting this before this and this, maybe, or even this, right? But now this is what I feel. And now, for those of you that actually know me and know how I trade, you guys have been around me for some time now. You guys will know I always say, you trade what you see and not what you feel. Hence, trading what you feel, your feelings are valid, but doesn't mean your feelings would always be correct. But seldomly would you say your sites were incorrect, only if you have maybe issues with your site, basically. So this is for US oil. Moving on to gold. Gold was printing out an inverse head and shoulder also, which I was anticipating a buy, but I didn't take gold. I had to take this one because it was more accurate. Like, it gave me more clearer view, so I had to take it compared to gold. So gold didn't really give me a clear entry, so I didn't bother taking it. Hence, like I said, today's Monday, and I don't just want to start the week on a bad note. So gold currently should have given us, okay. So this is gold. Uh, at this point, I saw that okay, we already have an inverse head and shoulder. Like I said, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This zone like this is the neckline. Gold actually went up, and I was anticipating to see this guy, if possible, come back down here, but then it didn't. I said okay, I was gonna take a short term sell. Once price gets to this point like this, I'll take a short term sell back down here. But guess what? Gold still didn't activate it, so I had to clear um, the whole pending order on gold. So currently, what am I expecting to see gold? Currently, I won't even lie. Gold is just trying to build up liquidity. It's just creating liquidity pool, because we have a liquidity pool around here, here. Basically, the liquidity here has been taken out, so we still have liquidity here, right? So what I feel is gold is still gonna it's gonna go for the closest liquidity. So you guys will also hear me say things like, wherever there's liquidity, the closest place liquidity is resting, that's where the market tends to tap into first. So at this point, we have equal regions. Like currently, gold is in the middle of nowhere, and I won't want to trade this, and I won't say anybody should trade it right now. At the time of shooting this video, this is the 17th of August 2026 at about 10 a.m. GMT plus 1. So I would currently just leave gold for now, but if I see any opportunity to trade gold, I'd actually send it out. And to those of you watching from YouTube, do also subscribe to this channel and also join my Telegram channel where I'll be always sending out updates on the market and other market insights for the benefit of the public. And yeah, just to also touch on messages I've been getting, I'll be extending the whole mentorship thing to those interested. Also, you can just start. I guess this would be maybe the last mentorship I would have for the year. I'm not sure, but you guys know I don't just wake up and start doing the whole mentorship thing. I guess this should be the second mentorship for the year, either the second or the last. I'm not sure, but regardless, long story short, those of you interested in learning how to trade the right way, feel free to send a DM to any of my support handles on Telegram, or you can also send me a DM. I'll check it when I can, and I'll I'll do how to just I'll do my best to respond and attend to everybody. So with that being said, for now there's nothing going on. For now there's nothing going on, so I'll just have to chill a little bit, and this market is just stalling. I honestly wish I could still see this guy just come down here a little bit, like activate this particular order here, then boom. I just wish, it's just a wish. The reason for wanting it to come back down here is so I can just add more positions and buy aggressively, basically, right? Nothing serious, nothing out of the blues. So I just want to add more positions here. I know, okay, at this point I am doubling down my risks. I'm just gonna scaling. But yeah, that being said, and even if the market doesn't come back down there, I'm still good because I'm in this trade, currently in this trade, and I'm in profit. So I'll just have to just chill. So that being said, guys, catch you guys on the next one and see you guys later. As you already know, guys, Echo is active.